back panel, we've decided to put this shelf in for the shampoo and everything, just so we've not got anything extra protruding within the actual shower space, because we're quite restricted on space. So as you can see there, it just fits nicely on that shelf. Now we are going to put a steel bar going across, so it'll hold everything in place hopefully, but there's room for about 3 bottles and a sponge maybe in there. What we did was we used this implement, which is called, Andrew?
Yeah, it's just a vibration tool, I think it's called, not 100% sure.
Yeah, like some kind of precision saw vibration tool. Now we cut out, I say we, Andrew cut out the main section with this cutting blade, and then finished off in the corners with this squared one, just so it was quite neat. Oh, sorry, my fingers there. And it's done quite a neat job. Now from the back, obviously you can see that we've recessed, and we've screwed together everything at the back. It's got 8cm section here, and this is the actual panel that we cut out. So everything's sealed now down the edge, so hopefully nothing will leak out. Now this ply, we are going to completely paint with like a rubberised paint so it becomes waterproof, and these screws that we've used here are actually stainless steel, so they shouldn't, in theory, they shouldn't rust. However, we're going to be going over with the rubberised paint, which any water that's in the shower should hopefully bead off, and seal all the woodwork in. So that's the point that we're up to at the moment. Like I said, we're going to put a steel bar going across just to make sure nothing falls out in transit, and hopefully everything will be nice and secure when we're travelling round. And there we have it in situ. We've just got enough space behind so that the recess will fit nicely in there. So we've left a gap behind this board, obviously, for all the pipe work and all the electricals to run behind there, because behind here is going to go the pipe work for the plumbing for the sink that's going to go here just by the door, and we've kept all the water on one side of the van with the shower anyway here, so obviously we needed a void behind this panel so all that could fit in nicely, hopefully. Fingers crossed everything goes to plan. There's been a bit of debate about this tanking. Yeah, it's a 50-50 split, guys. Yeah, 50% for, 50% against. We've chosen to go with it because obviously we've got the shower and the basin that'll be hopefully fully functioning when we are living in it. So we thought that it would be better to tank it out just to avoid any moisture getting onto the panels from inside. There's a debate on that, but it's personal choice, I think. If you want to risk not having it on, that's your choice, but we're going to go for it, just to make sure, or in our opinion, just to make sure that the vapour doesn't, or the moisture from inside doesn't get to the metalwork in the panels. So that was a nail biting moment. We just spent nearly 13 grand on a van and then cut 2 bloody big holes in it. and there are those very holes. So we've just used one of these rain cutters on the drill. Do they have a specific name, Andrew?
The do, but I can't remember there.
Yeah. So we found it. This, yeah, like a boring, not boring, yawn, a hole borer. And we matched it to the diameter of the outlet.
Supposed
to. Hopefully, I've not tested it yet.
Tested it.
And then drill straight through the centre points. Obviously, we made sure there was nothing blocking it underneath, that we couldn't put the water outlets. Now we've gone for 2, just in case we're on a slope or anything when we park up, and hopefully it'll drain either way. But yeah, there we are, 2 holes in the floor. So just off camera, Andrew's just filed round to take all the metal burrs off, and let's do the moment of truth. Is it gonna fit? Like a glove. There we go. Fits in nice. Obviously we've not got the board, the base of the shower unit, but so what do you reckon with the extra bits that come with it? What we're going to put on there? Does it need everything putting on?
Well, that's the underneath seal. Obviously, it needs a top sealer, I think, or
Yeah.
Sikaflex or something. Needs some kind of seal. So I'm not sure if I'll use that or just Sikaflex it in. I'm not sure. But the bottom seal, I don't think so. If there's a flat surface, I'd say yeah.
Yeah.
Stop
this
dampness.
is where it's a bit trickier, isn't it?
It's
on a van, because you've got a
from underneath, it's going to be a cave basically. It's between there, so I don't know if find something that's flat or going over that bit.
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
So yeah, it's going to be a bit trickier because it's obviously corrugated-ish floor.
So it's got to be a seal, so
it's got ridges in it.
Seal's not needed underneath, definitely.
So yeah.
Sikaflex.
Let's see how we go. Sikaflex.
Answer to everything.
Or Pure Flex as we've got.
Yeah, Pure Flex.
Yeah. So right, next bit.
Yeah.
So Andrew's just done some metal protection paint on the holes that we've just cut in the base of the van, and we've just added some battening sections. This one's the full width, which is 2 centimetres, is it?
2.5, I think it is.
Oh, maybe 2.5 centimetres. And then we've cut this one in half along the width of it, so it's half the height on both sides. So that should hopefully give a bit of support. Yeah, 2.5 centimetres, 25mm. That should hopefully give a bit of support underneath when we try and get the flex. So, excuse me. So the drainage will come from both sides and hopefully into the plugs, whichever, or the drainage points, whichever way we're tilted at the roadside or wherever we choose to park up. And he's just putting a bead of the adhesive. What's this one called, Andrew?
Just no nonsense grab adhesive.
It's just a grab adhesive from what's it? Screwfix maybe?
I think it's
yeah, I think it's Screwfix. We got a few tubes a few weeks ago, and we're just gonna try and put this in situ and screw the drainage points down. So when Andrew stops fighting with that, screw the drainage points down so it holds while it sets in that position. Excuse me. So there we go, chopped off the end. How many of those tubes have we used so far on the van?
I think this is only the second one, believe it or not.
Yeah, I think we used it to put the windows in first.
You know, it's Sikaflex and that top. What's it called? Pure Flex for the windows.
No, we put it round where the wood was.
Oh, and the wood battening.
Yeah, the wood battening round.
Ah, yeah, sorry.
Don't argue with me. Yeah, we did it round the wood battening for the windows, and we've used it on the battening behind the back panel, and literally we've done 2 lines on this, and it's just run out, so we're just going into the second one. The only issue really with those, using them and then having a break in between, is that it kind of solidifies in the tube, so we had to drill the end out the other day, didn't we?
Yeah, even I tried my best to put a...
Yeah.
The more expensive ones probably come with a screw top.
Yeah, but we're trying to do this on a budget, as you know.
These ones don't seem to come with a screw top.
So yeah, I think they assumed that you're just gonna, yeah, try and seal it off ourselves with a rubber glove. But yeah, that's what we're up to now. Just gonna pop it in position. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, it is getting a bit dark now. I think we've just gone 4, is it? 4. But it is autumn. There we go. And yeah. Yeah. So we need to flex the centre a bit down so it's got some bit of a camber. Yeah, a bit of a camber on it while we screw through. I think we've decided to go without the. I think so. Oh no. Oh. Go on, quick, turn it. Yeah, so there's a mistake. Make sure you mark your back point and your front point, because obviously you want your drainage holes to line up with the bottom of. Yeah. That's better. That's better. There we go. So yeah, we just need to screw that through, and we'll be back with you in a second.
Right, that's the shower floor in what we did yesterday. I just didn't have time to take a recording properly of it. I'll show you this down on the floor. Squeaky shoes. What we're doing. So put a bit of a slope on it to the centre, so for the water will go into the middle. I know I've not recessed the plugs yet and all that yet, so I just wanted there just actually holding it in there while the glue grabs it in place to allow. Once I'm happy it's all dry, I have to tear them out and recess them in, because I've got to waterproof it all anyway. Right, there we go.
Right, so we're trying to tackle the shower now, and we've got this rubberised paint because we've just done it out of plywood. We got this flag paint in white, 5 litre tin. I can't remember how much it was. I got it off eBay, was it, or Amazon? It's chlorinated rubberised paint. We mistakenly thought, having watched other videos on YouTube, that it was going to be quite thick. Now, I don't know whether it's because it's just this brand, but it took a lot of mixing. It was black when we opened the tin, but obviously it's a white paint. It took a lot of mixing to get it to white, and it's quite thin when it goes on. Now, it did recommend 2 coats with a 16-hour drying time in between. Now, it says touch dry within 1 to 2 hours, and this top part, it's been about an hour now, and it is definitely touch dry up there. We're just trusting that it's going to be sealed. It recommends only 2 layers, but we are thinking potentially it's going to need 3. And it's took about an hour and a quarter to do that, but it's very runny, hence being all on my hands. But yeah, fingers crossed. And you have to keep stirring it as you're doing it. Within 5 minutes of it being stirred, it needs stirring again. So it's constant. You better leaving your stick in there and just giving it a bit of a whisk every few minutes, really. And doing a smaller area at a time. Probably A5 size area quickly, and then doing the next A5 size area at a time. Don't try and put it on too thickly because it starts clumping together and running, and don't go over the areas again. I can recommend that. But as you can see, it's quite streaky up here, but hopefully on the second pass tomorrow, it'll start looking a bit more like a smooth finish. But we've done what it said, thin coat, and fingers crossed.
It's supposed to be good enough for a swimming pool.
Yeah, it's intended for swimming pools, road markings, but like I said,
for a little tiny shower.
Yeah, for us.
It should be alright, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
To us, it seems really, whether when they're doing road markings, they mix it with something else to stiffen it up or whatever, but it's very runny. But yeah, it is what it is. We're meant to have a specialist cleaning solution. However, we've not bought it. So we're just using nail, like what's it called, acetone.
Seems to work.
Nail varnish removers starting to take it off. So and we've given up on the paintbrush. We're just binning that one off. But yeah, it does recommend a solvent remover, but we ain't got it. Probably costs more than a paintbrush, so we're just binning the paintbrush. But yeah, fingers crossed it's going to start looking good tomorrow on its second pass, and we'll be able to put the shower and everything in, the lighting unit and the extractor in there.